Sorry, I was just making a tea. I'm so hungry, so I'm hoping this tea will help.
Okay, sorry. I don't see whose name that is on the iPhone. I wonder if it's Dina, because I forgot to send her the link.
Yeah, I can't see a name either.
Okay. Hey, iPhone person, come on and just quickly say hi.
Hi, this is Jackie.
Oh, hi, Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie.
That's funny.
That was cute. I'm glad. Okay, so I just sent the link to Dina. I was like, do yourself a favor, save it in your notes so you have it, and I don't send her the link. Okay. Maybe I'll just do the link right now for everyone in case they forget. I tried the link in our group chat, but nothing's coming up. How funny is that? Okay, here it is.
Oh, really?
Yep, try this. I don't know. That was Crystal. I'm gonna go to our group chat. I have you saved in my phone under like Jen's Zoom, so which is what I just used. So I like just got Olivia down, so I was literally like running upstairs. It was 8:29 and I'm running upstairs.
It's okay. I didn't even open this until I think 8:29.
Okay.
I was like, oh crap.
I'm out of breath. Everyone, it's so funny how some days I'll go upstairs and I'm like, I'm so out of breath. Like you wouldn't even think I work out. Like
I've had people, like my sisters will say that to me. We went for a hike when I was home, and I feel like out of the three of us, I was the most winded. And they're like, don't you work out all the time? I'm like, hey, this is totally different. And didn't have a lot of sleep.
I don't know why it's different, but it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to run and get a water because hi, Crystal, you're on. Yay. I think a couple more people are getting on, like Leah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or Sam, you're on. Carrie's popping on too. She just said she'd be a couple minutes late. So yeah, we can wait a couple minutes and then.
Cool. All right, I'll go grab a water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Play your tunes, Jen. Don't worry.
Am I supposed to be muted?
Yes, just when we start talking. I can mute you though.
Okay,
and then if we ask a question and you hear something and you want to answer, you can unmute.
All right, sounds good.
Sorry, Jackie, I muted you because I could hear your blinker, I think. That was you. So I muted you. I'm easily irritated right now. Not that you're irritating me, by the way. That's not what I meant. What was I just gonna do? Oh yeah, nope. I don't think so nice to see everyone tonight, by the way.
The playroom might be a little bit easier.
I feel like it's been a while.
So then immediately go right into the pool.
Right.
Chowing down.
Hey, Shan.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Nice to see you.
You too. Long time.
Love all these faces.
Oh, me too.
Getting giddy. Okay. I'm sweating. It's a workout, just running late. If you want to get a workout in, just run late for things you need to be on time for.
I'm freezing.
You're free. Oh, Jen. It's cold here too, though. That
is it?
sucks.
Oh, we just plugged in a little mini heater because I texted Adam today and I was like, our heat's not working. Like I've been trying to hold off turning it on, but they haven't turned on like the main in the building yet. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. So he had a little like portable heater. We just plugged that in.
That's smart. Yeah, because you're at the mercy. I used to work at a building like that, and the guy didn't turn it on. It would be like November. We'd be freezing. He still wouldn't turn it on. It was like, that was really crazy. It wasn't a huge place, just lofts in Toronto, but oh, man.
It'd be brutal.
Okay. I bet we're safe now.
Yeah. I think we are probably good to go. So I'm a little oh, where'd you go, Shan?
I'm sorry, I'm right here.
Okay, you're there. Okay. I'm totally unorganized for this call. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like you could start because I know you had a few things you wanted to you had some notes, some things you want to just start with, and then I can go off of that.
Yeah, honestly, it's just a bunch of simple things and like what's been helping me. I know Jen and I were talking about how everyone's, sometimes wondering like, what should I do to be building relationships, or are you guys sending random cold messages and this and that? And I just wanted to talk about something that just went really well over the last Friday when all I did was ask the question about what movies would be, I want to have a movie night. What movie is great for a 7 and a 9-year-old? And I had so many comments. Like I had 50 people comment, and it was legitimate. I actually watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with my kids, which was a recommendation from somebody, but it really opened up a brand new opportunity for me to get into people's inboxes, to thank them, to start brand new conversations of people who normally wouldn't, they're not liking any of my posts or my workout posts or anything, but I can see that they're there. They mentioned to me like, oh, I see your workout posts all the time. I would never know because they're not like giving out those likes and all that. But when you do those engagement posts and asking questions, it really gives you such an amazing opportunity. So this week, I'm going to go back to each person, each like 50 people, and just say thanks. And yeah, my kids already saw Goonies and they were terrified, or like whatever it is, keeping it totally real. It's like I said, it pertains to like my life. So ask a question that you really want to know. Like Jen was saying, she asked about a mascara one time, and like every girl loves to be like, oh, they just want to share their feedback or what they know, right? So if you're looking for a way to open up new conversations, pick a couple questions you can ask on your social media. What is today? It's only Tuesday. So make that your goal this week. Even another one I did, this was a long time ago when it was for a wedding, but like everybody loves what should I wear to this wedding, A or B? Everyone's voting like crazy. It gives someone an opportunity, I don't know, just to get to know you or see where you're going, or, you have a trip coming up or whatever it is, an anniversary date with my hubby. What shoes do you like? So make that your goal, write it down, do a question post, whether it be through Instagram. I did mine through Facebook. I tend to find like my IG, it's just so tiny when I'm working on my phone. That would really overwhelm me if I had 50 DMs or like 50 messages to get back. But I mean, it's personal preference, whatever you want. I personally did it through Facebook. And I found a lot of success, and it's just opened up so many conversations of also other moms who have kids the same age as me, which is my avatar. That is what I want, is moms who are just like me. So I found that really helpful. I just wanted to share that. What else? Patricia and I were on a call like a couple weeks ago. So sorry, you've heard a lot of this stuff, but notes that I was taking, we were going over, was that even getting out and talking more. Like we tend to sit behind our computers, but we can post all these things and this and that, but you don't understand how huge it is to be able to get out and start talking about what you're doing too. And I'm not saying like you have to tell the cash register, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, do you want to join my challenge group? Because that's so awkward. But a good example was I was telling Patricia, I was at a birthday party, and this girl I know through high school, super sweet, we were chatting, and she sold 31 gifts or they sell those big bags. I don't know if you guys know. Yeah, I see some head nods. Anyways, she's with like another MLM. And it just took a conversation with her, and we're chatting, and she was so sweet. And I was like, you know what? She's invited me to these groups so many times, or to check out these bags. And I really didn't have an interest, but I wanted to support her after I bumped into her and started chatting and having a conversation. So I messaged her and said, actually, you know what? I'm super unorganized. I think taking one of those bags to the gym would be really helpful, and all the kids' snacks and their like in the summer in their bathing suits, and like, tell me what this is about or whatever. And that's like the power of just getting out there and being a little more social with a bunch of different people and just chatting it up. Like, don't make it about Beachbody, but you'll be surprised how many people will want to support you, or just get your face out there. I feel like any way you can, if you're a part of mom groups, or you walk your dog with, you go to the dog park, or like whatever, start opening up new conversations. I ran into someone who follows me on Instagram. It was kind of awkward. And she was like, hey, Shannon. I had no idea who she was. But like, I'm like, oh, what's your Instagram handle again? Like, I wouldn't have known, but ask someone like, oh, are you on Instagram or whatever? Get their name and quickly put it in your phone. Like, again, I don't know if you're laughing at that. But I see someone laughing. But like, it kind of sounds creepy. But honestly, if you are out and about and you really connect with someone, get them on your Instagram. Like, or follow them. It's just another way to get somebody. Because I mean, we need to be coming at this at all angles, because I'm just getting over reading the 10X book, the 10X rule. Guys, it's like so good. Like, he's just like 10X it every way you can. Don't just count on Facebook or that one day you did Instagram stories. Really try and like blow up and get your name out there. And you know what? You might annoy some people, but you might inspire the shit out of other people. And, be that coach that you like to follow. We all have these coaches who get us excited, and you love following them. And you're like, man, they're killing their workouts, and I love their workout pants and all this. You have the opportunity now to be that for someone else. So don't forget, like, be the coach that inspires you, and the ones that you like to follow. Are you being consistent? Are you, when someone comes to your page, do they know that you're going to be there through this lifestyle, no matter what, that you're showing up every single day, and that you're the girl that they can, like, they're having a down day, they're going to log into your Instagram and see that, like, this girl's killing it. She's spreading the joy, and, doing all the fun things that us Beachbody coaches get to do. So yeah, that's a couple things. I've got some more notes, but maybe I'll stop blabbing and throw it over to you, Jen.
No, that was awesome. I was taking notes when you were talking. So I'll just, kind of touch on a few of the things you said. Engagement posts, yes, huge. I actually haven't done like an actual post in a while, like on my page. So that's like a goal I'm going to set for myself, to just ask a question on like my actual page. I do it not quite a bit, but enough in my story. So either with polls or just asking questions. Actually just did it the other day, and Jackie gave me my recommendation for my hair straightener that I bought. So that was a great one. Like, I got quite a few comments and stuff. And again, it gives you that kind of like gateway to just message people, and nothing about Beachbody, but just simply say, hey, thanks so much for the recommendation. Like, I end up going with this, but like, awesome that you took the time to comment, yada, yada, yada. And it just starts that conversation. And then I find like 9 times out of 10, when you get going and you ask like each other, how's your summer, blah, 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 Beachbody will come up naturally a lot of the times. Or once you've been talking for a little bit, you have a group starting soon, you can just simply slide it in there. Like, hey, by the way, we've been chatting, I have a group starting, I would love for you to join. So it's a great kind of non-weird, icky way, I just think, to start conversations. So if you ask these like polls or whatever on your stories, you can inbox people. Same with Facebook. And I agree with what Shannon said about Instagram. It is hard with getting like full inbox like in there. And I kind of dread it. Like, I like it, but it's hard because I hate replying to messages on my phone. I love sitting down on my computer doing Messenger. So actually, something that a couple other coaches were talking about in a chat pod that I'm in, there's actually, I haven't looked at costs or anything, there's actually a keyboard you can get for your phone. And they've been using it to reply to Instagram messages, because for some reason you can't access your inbox on like your laptop. But they said it's been a game changer. So they'll just, I guess, pull up like Instagram inbox on their phone, but then they have a keyboard to type. And I'm like, oh, I think they were just getting them off Amazon. Again, I don't know cost, but definitely something I want to look into because I find I'm getting a lot more traction now on Instagram. And again, it's such a pain, like replying because yeah, it's hard on your fingers. Getting out there and being social, that would be hard. I love that idea. That's something that'd be hard for me though, I think, but it's a great idea. Even my mom's on me all the time about like, you know, you should have like cards or leave flyers here or do this. I guess that's mentioning Beachbody though, but just like putting yourself out there in any way you can, like, yeah, I don't know if you guys have like, you know, a coffee room or something, even, yeah, bring it up any way you can. Again, that would be a struggle for me because I'm super shy, but I love that Shannon said, like, don't be afraid to ask for someone's like social media because let's be honest, everyone has social media nowadays and it's a great way to just connect. You can follow them, like some of their photos and just start that relationship without it being about Beachbody first. Yes, 10X Rule, that's an awesome book. Loved it. That's kind of all I had. I don't have a ton to add. You kind of nailed that whole topic. I do love the idea about asking questions. I remember when I first started coaching, I would do these quite often. And again, just ones like, I remember doing like a bed set. I never ended up buying a new bed set, but I had planned on it, but I did 4 different pictures, askable A, B, C, D. I literally had over 100 comments on that. Same with a mascara one. I think that actually started a heated debate about natural and not natural products. So it took a little bit of a turn, but I mean, still, it got lots of comments. And I wish I'd have known then, you know, what we know now, because I didn't message all of those people back then when I was doing those posts. So it was literally just like, here's like 100 people commenting on my stuff, and I just let it almost go to waste. Whereas now, anytime anyone comments, it's such a great opportunity to literally just message them, even if it's just a thank you, like, thanks for commenting on my stuff. So I love that idea. And it's nice because you can do it in your stories with like a poll or asking the question. You can do it on your page, but it's a great way to just make connections because people love to give their opinion. So we should all make that a goal to do it by like our team call next week. Do it either in a post or on your story or something. And then we can all maybe share like how it worked, what you thought of it.
What was good, which ones really worked, right? Like what questions.
Yeah. And
like,
it
also means,
oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, if you did it on like your story versus like your page, you could do both. Like you could do one tonight on your story, a couple days, you could do a post asking a question, just see what works. And yeah.
Because it also means they are active on social media. That's what you want, right? People who are already on social media, people who are realizing, hey, I'm on this a lot. When we reach out or we do our call to action post saying like, do you actually want to make money out of scrolling? Or, you know, when you do those creative posts where how much time do you really spend on social media? Why don't you turn it into a business and get healthy at the same time? That might resonate with someone because they're taking time voting on people's polls. You know what I mean?
No, that's so true. Because you don't, like, if someone, that's something I always forget, like if I'm inviting someone to coaching, it's important to look at their page. Like if they haven't posted since last Christmas, they're likely not going to want to start a business on social media, right? So it's, I mean, you could still ask, but chances are, I mean, if they're not really actively on social media, then, so that's a good thing too. Like when you want to reach out to someone, check their page. If there's someone that posts like almost daily, they would be a great person to just start a relationship with, start that conversation with, and then eventually throw out an invite if you feel comfortable.
Okay, for sure. I also wanted to ask who on here has a success partner?
Oh, well.
Jen and I are success. Anyone have success partners? Okay, so good. Then that's a good topic because I think another goal, get a success partner because you know how hard this business can be unless you're an insanely driven, self-motivated person, which we all want to be. Some days it's just freaking hard, right? And like there's days where I don't feel it and I'll get a message from Jen and like she's gotten a new idea or like, hey, check out this call, and like it just lights me right up instantly. And I mean, we are all a part of Team Fitspiration as well, right? A huge group. You can get a success partner, doesn't matter where they are. Try and get it on the same time zone. It doesn't matter because Jen and I are on a different time zone, but I had one years ago and she was in Seattle and like we were 3 hours apart and it was super, super hard to really connect. But I've seen so many girls do this. They'll put a post out. I would say do it in Team Fitspiration or like in like this team, if you connect with someone and you both have the same goals, preferably find someone who's looking to achieve the same thing you are. So if you're really gunning to get to diamond, put a post out saying, I'm looking for a success partner. I've coached for X amount of time. This is my goal. And I'm looking for someone to run with, because that's really added accountability. Like we give so much accountability to everyone else in all of our challenge groups and all that, but we actually need it ourselves, right? And that's why these team calls are so important. We may be blabbing about the basics over and over and over again, but like sometimes I need to hear these simple little things. Like I don't know if I saw someone's post the other day, but that's what gave me the idea. Like, oh, do a poll or do this. And it's just these little things and tips that we keep giving everybody. Like success leaves clues, right? So keep following these little tips that are really going to help you move forward. But I just think like Jen and I, after becoming success partners, it's just really lit my fire. And I was already super excited. Oh, Jen, did you spill something? After Summit. And but you need to find a way to keep that momentum going when the days are really hard. So seriously, put a post out. You'll be surprised at how many girls would really enjoy the exact same thing and who are looking for the same thing you are. And then it's like making another connection. If you go to Summit, you might meet your buddy there, or if they're local, you can meet them at a Super Saturday. And it's just another way also to get into another team and see what they're doing. Like we have a really great upline, like access to Team Fitspiration. It's a ton of gold in there, right? But every team is different. And, a girl that I know kind of like down the line, she is going to sign with Amy Silverman. And my upline knows her really well. So she's like, I'll tell you all this, what she does. Like, it would be super cool to know how Amy Silverman runs her groups and what she does. And it's just another way to expand and learn more about this business and how you can grow and take it in different directions. So I think another goal, if you're into it, get a success partner.
Yes, that's actually a great idea. I think just connecting with someone that's different and on a different team is huge, because again, like everyone does things just a little bit differently. And sometimes that's nice to like just exchange ideas and something like, maybe you didn't think of, they might think of, and just that accountability piece, like to have someone like, and you'll tell each other your goals and stuff. And if like, you notice, okay, they haven't really been on social media, and you reach out to each other, you say, hey, what's going on? You haven't posted in a couple days, or, hey, like, how are you going with your goals? Or, hey, have you done any invites? It's just nice to have that person to kind of push you to, keep showing up and working hard. And it's not always easy sometimes to find a success partner. I always like to like compare it to like a dating app when you do those posts in like Team Fitspiration, because you're literally like, hi, I'm Jen, I'm this, like I'm 31, I do this, I like to do this. Like you kind of share your hobbies, and then you share your goals. But it's important to do that because you want someone that's on the same like level as you, that has the same goals as you, and that you kind of have a connection with. Because I was set up with a couple success partners in the past, and one, like we didn't work out at all. Like we had nothing in common, and we both agreed. It was nice. We were both like, this isn't working. So know that that's okay too. If you start with someone and you're just like, oh, this isn't working, like it's okay. Just say, hey, like, sorry. I don't know. And it was funny because it was Jake that set me up with these a couple years ago. And then the second one he set me up with was perfect. We were doing so well together, and then she quit coaching. So that was unfortunate. So I kind of like stopped doing the whole success partner thing for a while. And then Shannon and I, linked up, and it's been great. And you can have more than one too. Like it's whatever you want, having like a success pod or whatever, but just putting it out there for sure. And especially in Team Fitspiration, because it's just really neat, like Shannon said, to get a peek into other teams, what they're doing, like how they're running challenge groups, how they're doing different things. Because you might find something that you're like, oh, okay, maybe that would work better for me, or something you want to try. And yeah, success partners is a great idea. So definitely, I like the idea of that goal too for everyone. If you want to put that out there into Team Fitspiration, because you'd be surprised. I always see girls posting, and lots of people comment like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I would love that," and then they'll share a bit about themselves, and then you can kind of just pick like, who do I want to, you know? So again, it reminds me of speed dating or something a little bit, but
Totally.
definitely a great idea for sure. That's kind of all I have on that. Do you guys have any questions so far about anything? No?
I have one question.
Oh.
I'm looking for a new personal development book. What do you guys suggest?
What have you read and like what are you kind of looking for?
So I just finished Eat That Frog for procrastination.
Yeah.
I had talked to Shannon about the 5 a.m. club, but you weren't really sure how you felt on it. So I didn't
I'm
know whether-
undecided. I can't
Okay.
actually say that one yet because it is more storytelling. It's all of these like almost like tales. I don't know who told me they were reading it. Someone on my social media when I posted that I was reading that book, they said they had to get halfway through and now they're like, now it's getting good. So I haven't got there yet.
Okay.
What do you like? I just finished The Greatness Guide by Robin Sharma. And
Okay.
he's the same author as the 5 a.m. Club, but The Greatness Guide was incredible. I loved it. I loved listening to it. Every day I found something new. But it's all a lot of, it's like for your whole life, all wrapped into one, like business and marriage, kids.
Because I found before, like I had one of Rachel Hollis's books, which helped with ideas I had for posting. But when I was reading Eat That Frog, it was good for me, but it didn't help me with posts. So that's kind of where I'm like,
I know what you mean.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And don't be afraid to, I know like we say it's, finish one, but sometimes you need to have a couple on the go, I think, because you just,
Okay.
it's okay to have a few, like read one day, one the next day. Because the post or the book I'm reading right now, You Are a Badass at Making Money, like it's great, I love it, but it does not help me come up with post content by any means. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna read next. There's a lot of good ones. Like The Energy Bus is really good. Go Giver. What else? I'm trying to think of some I have at home. All my books are at home.
There's The Slight Edge.
The Slight Edge. I only got about halfway through that. I bought that like when I first started coaching. I heard that was really good.
What about just the basic? Did you do You're a Badass? I felt like I came up with so many.
Started with that. I wondered if I should go back to it.
I love that book.
Yeah, like it's such an easy read, and she just gives you such she just fills you up that I think your mind, whatever you're going to listen to or whatever you connect to, your mind starts creating these ideas when you're listening to the simplest of books, right?
That's true.
Like, what am I doing? What is it? Brendan Bouchard, something high performing habits. Has anyone read? That was really good. No,
I had a hard time getting into that one.
my husband didn't like listening to his voice.
Yeah. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F is good. I did that on Audible and I actually really liked it. Or was it Unfuck Yourself? I have two with the F word in it. I don't remember which one I liked better. So that one's by Mark Manson. And then I also read Unf Yourself. Get Out of Your Own Head. That one's by Gary John Bishop. I think I liked both of them actually. The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. I heard that's good. Haven't finished it. I have a few on my Audible, like Crushing It by Gary Vee. Gary Vee's always good too.
Gary Vee, yeah.
He just
tough love.
Straight up. If you need some tough love, he is where you want to go for sure. It kind of, I guess it's really dependent on like the person for sure and just what you think you need in your life. But I always say, hey, like try a couple things, and if you're just not getting into it, just try something else and maybe you'll go back to it.
Okay. Because I've been listening to podcasts and stuff, but I'd like to actually go through a book again or listen to another book. So that's why I thought I'd ask.
I have a file in our team page I forget where it was posted, but it's just a bunch of different like recommendations of categories, and then it has a bunch of book recommendations. I can send it to you, and even you too, Shannon, if you want.
I think I have that posted in Team Forever Young, Tori. If you go, I think I have that same document, Jen, that's probably been like shared down the line. It's in under the files section. Have you ever read anyone Get Over Your Damn Self? It's all about network marketing. Like I think
I heard it's
I
amazing.
can't remember.
it's, I mean, you can tell it's for Arbonne. No, yeah, Arbonne, or you can tell it's for Makeup Thing because she talks about getting her Mercedes, but she doesn't really tell you what it is about, but it's all about MLMs and this one girl who left a corporate job and like went to the top of her MLM. So it's kind of cool because that's definitely has to do with what we're doing. And she just gives you, like, I don't know, just a lot of insight of how she's seen success. So it really pertains to what we're doing right now. But I think you're right, Jen. Like, if it doesn't,
I want to read that.
yeah, it's good. It's good.
But yeah, you just kind of, I find I just read like the descriptions too. That helps. Like, read it. If you think it kind of speaks to you, then give it a try. And I do find you have to give it a couple chapters for sure. A lot of books, I find it does take a little bit to get into, but.
Yeah, Shannon is posted there.
Oh, cool. Okay, good. Yay.
And for those, yeah, on our team, if you need book recommendations, that's always in the file section too. Just different. I think someone in corporate posted in like Beachbody Champions page or something last year, and it's just different books coaches have recommended for like mindset. There's literally everything, you know, I can't even think of any different like what categories. What is the word I'm looking for? But just if you're struggling with this, like they recommend this book. Like if you want a business book, if you want like mindset, if there's like spiritual, there's just all different categories that you can take a peek at. So that might be helpful.
The universe has your back. That's very like nothing to do with business. You were,
I read it. Yeah.
Did you find?
So I started that book when I first started coaching because I think Steph Davies recommended it and I couldn't get into it. But I just read it over the summer, I think it was. And I did like it. I did finish it. It was weird. I think it's one of those books you have to be in the mood for and be really open to, because I'm not into that kind of stuff typically, but I find it doesn't go it's not too like too much, too fast. Like I think it's a good kind of starter book just about, you know, finding your signs and just, yeah, I don't know. I did really like it. So that's probably as far as I would go in terms of that kind of book. Like
Same.
I wouldn't dive too deep into that because it just personally doesn't interest me, but a lot of coaches like swear by that stuff. So
I just found it helped with like her reaffirming, like in this life, do whatever brings you joy. Like if you're not in the right spot and what you're doing isn't bringing you joy, like you need to take a different direction or bring more joy into what you're doing. Like it was just like so many little light bulb moments with like, okay, I was like, okay, am I on the right path? I think at that time when I was like reading that book, I was kind of doubting, like, is this for me? And I don't know, that book kind of helped like go, yeah, okay, I love this and I'm going to take it all on. And because I think what we do and how we show up, people can sense that joy. If we're just showing up for the sake of showing up, we're throwing posts out, people feel it. It's just we're like white noise, right? But like when I said, be the coach you want to follow or you like to follow, it's like Bonnie Engel. She's like she's so bubbly and she just like, I would want to be friends with her. If we lived next door, I'd be like, can I be friends with you? What are you doing? Like I would be sold because she just shows up, has so much fun and shows her real personality. So like really show who you are. You don't have to be, you know, as bubbly as Bonnie, like every photo is like this, like it's in your face, right? But I'm kind of like a silly, goofy person, so I'm drawn to that. But yeah, I don't know. I went off there. I've lost my train of thought already, but the end.
I love it too. I don't even remember what I was gonna say either. I'm a little like today.
Yeah.
I was feeling so good all day, and it's funny, I messaged Carrie because she started day one today too. And I was like, like, how are you feeling? I was good. And then a headache slowly started to creep in. And then I was hungry. Like, I'm hungry right now. And I just kind of feel drained. And I'm like, why did I do this? Why do I do this to myself? And I just remembered you, Shannon, saying, like, you can just eat healthy. And it's like, I know I can. But sometimes I need that challenge sometimes to kick my butt into gear to fully get back on track, or else I'll keep just, I'll just have an extra cheat meal here, an extra. And I just feel like I really didn't care all summer. So I'm ready to get back on track a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. Like, I'm still like addicted to sugar, like no tomorrow. And I'm like, oh my God, like I need to get off the sugar. So like to do the 3-day refresh is like perfect for that. Like you can't have it, right?
Yeah.
And like Leah, I know you've done a couple sugar detoxes, right? Like,
Yeah, they
are you still doing, did you do, well, I guess you didn't do it over the summer, did you? Or are you still no sugar? Oh, there she is.
Does alcohol count as sugar?
I'm not going to judge.
No, I've been eating a ton of sugar though. I'm on a 2-day no sugar thing right now though.
Okay.
So
Have you ever done a no sugar group?
no, I haven't.
I'd
Be a good
do
idea.
one.
Oh yeah, that reminded me. That was another thing Shannon and I were talking about today. Just about like, don't be afraid to do other things that we have, and share about it. I don't do obviously this cleanse often, but when I do, I make a point to talk about it. I talk about it, about a week or so leading up to it, inviting people to join me. I've been all over my stories about it today. I won't talk on my stories as much tomorrow. Like, I just wanted to kind of let everyone know like how it's going, what it involves. I did an unboxing yesterday, and it really is getting a lot of engagement, especially this time of year. Like, I'm getting a lot of people messaging me like, can I have more information, like costs, yada yada yada. I did a post in my challenge group as well, just telling the girls like, hey, I'm going to do this if anyone wants to join. And a handful of girls did end up doing it. So hey, it's something extra, something different. And I like having something kind of specific to talk about on stories too. So that's kind of was my focus today. And I was like, you didn't have to think about it. It just, everything's kind of right there. And yeah, so if you ever want to try it, or something else maybe that you haven't tried, like if you haven't tried Energize, or I'm sure most of you have tried Shakeology, but like, don't be afraid to try other things and share about it. Actually, the wake up call yesterday though talked about, it was a good one. If you guys didn't listen to it, you should, because I'm someone that I find myself lately, there's a lot of new stuff coming out, a lot of product launches, a lot of programs like with collagen and then pumpkin spice and this new, the work. And I was really always felt like I have to do everything. I have to promote every product, every program, I have to do every program. But I think it was Tanya Barron, that's her name, yesterday. She just said like, no, you don't have to do every program. Like, and don't ever stop what you're doing to start something else, because like that's confusing to people. Like if you're mid-program and a program's launching, you finish that program you're doing. And then down the road, when you're ready to start it, then you can talk about it. Then you can invite people to it. But I don't know if any of you guys were just feeling like the kind of overwhelmed with all the products, like in the last couple of months. I know I was, and I was like, how do I like talk about all of them? You don't have to. Talk about what interests you, products you love and like would recommend. And yeah, if you want to try new things, but don't ever feel like, if you're like, because I'm like doing MM100 right now. So with the works coming out, like I don't plan on starting that whenever it comes out. I'm going to wait. If I decide maybe in the new year, then I'll talk about it then. I'll say, hey, like I'm going to start a new program. So just wanted to throw that in there, that don't feel like you have to promote everything as soon as it comes out. If you're not using it and don't plan on using it, don't feel you have to promote it. I personally only talk about things I use, because it's hard to give obviously feedback of something you don't use and don't love. So like Energize is obviously a big thing for me, Shakeology, the workouts, and then the cleanse twice a year. When I do that, I talk about it. But yeah, if there's ever things you guys want to try, like product wise, take people on that journey with you. People love to see that. And like big shout out to Carrie for chatting on her stories today about the cleanse. Again, it kind of like takes off that pressure a little bit of talking, because you have something specific to share. And people people are nosy. They like to know exactly what you're doing. What are you eating? So yeah, if any of you want to do a cleanse in the future, it's a great little thing to chat. I know, Patricia, you didn't have good luck with that. Oh,
I have IBS, and the fiber and the extra protein caused me such an IBS attack. I literally put on almost
I didn't hear the end.
water.
Oh, 10 pounds of water. Oh, cheapers.
I bloated that bad.
Oh, I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine.
I finally feel like I'm getting back to where I was.
Wow.
But it like set me back 2 weeks, and yeah, no more cleanses for me.
But it's good that, you know what? Well, it's not good that that happened, but you now know that's not for you. If you're ever chatting with someone that's like, hey, I have IBS. How would I do with the cleanse? You can give that feedback and say, hey, listen, I tried it.
Exactly.
It did not work well for me, but so it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Not really, but
I wouldn't have
I
known.
didn't flush because the fiber sweet tastes like crap.
and you got to what, day 2, right? Before you
I did, yeah. Even though I started getting a bad attack on day 1, by that night too, and I got most of the way through, and I'm just like, I can't. Like, I was laying with the heating pad, just like I felt like I was being stabbed.
Yeah, that's
So.
crappy. No pun intended. But again, I didn't know that either. So it's like now, obviously, because I do have a few clients that do have that as well. So it's kind of good to know if they were ever like, hey, can I do the cleanse? I would definitely probably advise them not to. Unless they want to.
Yes.
But
Everyone has different triggers. So some people it could trigger, some people it couldn't. It's just dependent. Like some people, cheese could trigger or dairy, and I find cheese isn't I find dairy is, but not cheese.
Huh.
So
Weird.
it's strange.
Yeah. I love cheese right now. Just kidding. I would love to take a photo though too. And if anyone has anything else they want to share, ask, I don't know, Shannon, if you have anything else you want to chat about.
And no, I think that was it. Yeah. Does anyone else have anything or something that worked really well and you want to share?
Yeah.
Or some frustrated, isn't working, what should I do? Don't struggle alone.
I just posted that in our group tonight, actually. Don't struggle alone. No. And remember our goals for the next team call. Do a question or poll in your story or on your feed, and success partners. That's something that interests you. Hey, you don't have to by any means, but it is kind of neat to connect. And I know for me it was hard because like connecting with a total stranger and hopping on a Zoom with a complete stranger, that was hard for me, but I did it and it pushed me out of my comfort zone. And once you did a couple, I was like, okay, this is actually kind of cool. And it was really neat brainstorming and stuff with like a complete stranger and just learning how they do things. And so it can be super beneficial for sure, and just really give you that extra push and that extra accountability, which we all know is like really huge in this, like with our workouts and everything. I think we need it, yeah, just as much with the business side too.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, all the time?
Yeah. Sam,
Yeah.
Dina, do you want to show your lovely faces? If not, that's okay.
Well, there she is. Dina might have a baby.
Oh,
Or no, she's in California. Making dinner, I think. We can see her name though. So here.
Sorry,
I can even send one. Oh, hi Dina. Oh yeah, you're on your phone. You can't show up right now, can you?
I can. Wait, I don't know how to work this thing.
It might just say start video at the bottom left. If you can't, no worries. Should I take one while we're waiting?
yeah, we could.
No pressure, Dina, but just in case. All right, we'll do one. Bring your faces close. It always looks more fun. We want like a big team, like we're having so much fun. Invite to this big team. Yay!
Baby.
Okay.
Oh, that was quick. Oh, I got it right before Jackie. Yours went away for a second. I got it. Do we need to do another?
Oh, I'll do one more. Hang on one sec. Okay, everyone.
I got
One.
it. Who cares what else?
Smile, Jen. 1, 2, 3. Good. Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Oh, and Harrison's smiling too. That looks so good. Good. Anyone who needs that, I'll just send it. So just send me a message, or I'll just post it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for getting on. It's so nice, like, to see your faces. I know, again, you like got to take time out of your night. You could be watching Netflix, but you're not. You're here and you're moving your business forward. So it's so good. And I feel like these calls will only get better, and eventually start taking yourself off mute. If you've got, like, share, right? Like, it's nerve wracking, and like normally I'm the girl with my chest and like redness and I'm like super shy, but like I can do it now and I'm getting so much better. So like if you're holding back because of shyness like me, you got to just jump in. Yeah, that's it.
I totally agree. I just saw a quote the other day. It was something like, to get to your 50th, you have to get to your first. And it was like, your first like photo will suck, your first speech will suck, your first whatever. It was like a whole list of your first will always kind of suck, but you got to do your first to get to your 100th or whatever. So just try it. It is scary, but at least it's us. This is always a good place, I feel like, to practice almost talking, so that it helps with your stories and stuff like that.
100%. The first time I did a call, like a what is coaching call with Christina, I'd like lost my full train of thought. And that was when it was like all live on YouTube. And then I was like, okay, Christina, like, I just asked to like move it over to her. And I was like, you can't show people. But it was like loud, it was terrible. But like, that was my first, and it was so long ago now. I don't care, but
And it happens though. That's a big thing I love about this business too. You really can just be yourself, and it just shows other people that, you know, we're not perfect. We're real life. We make mistakes. We screw up. It's all part of life.
it's all good.
But yeah, thank you all so much for hopping on. It was nice seeing everyone. Same time, same place next week with some feedback on how your questions went. And Success Partners, watch, no one will be on.
I know. And we're going to do next week, we're going to ask everybody what personal development book. You don't have to give a big scenario or an essay or anything, but just we're going to go to each person and we want to hear what PD book you're doing. And do you love it or hate it? And just for all new ideas for all of us. Like, it's just such a great thing. So whatever we're on, we're going to share. And it's a way to make you accountable too, to really start pumping up with the PD.
And something that helped me, this might sound silly, but like, I'm super shy. So for me in the beginning to talk on these, I kept my video off. I lied and said it was broken, but I just kept it off for a while, and it helped me start talking. And then eventually it got fixed, and I talked with my face. So that's an option too. Like, if you know you'd rather have your camera off, that's totally okay. And you can literally just say your personal development and mute yourself. It's just, yeah, it gives us all great ideas, and it just helps you kind of take that first little step out of your comfort zone as well.
Good idea.
Thanks.
Good. All right. Well, bye everyone.
Yeah. Have a good night. See you guys next week.
Bye.